good. Kinda great. Even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave. Brave. Okay. I know I always stop it so suddenly, but I will get carried away with the song if I don't stop it. Hello, it's less than 24 hours and I'm back. I'm back. um, how long has it been? Like I was on here until past midnight yesterday unintentionally and I really didn't mean to, but it was fun. I was having too much fun. I'm so rude. Let me introduce myself. Hi. My name is Sylvia and I'm vision impaired and I'm living my best life and I'm taking you guys along with me. I am going live every single day for 100 days. Today is day 25. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you're a quarter of the way through. A quarter of the way through. Like, wow. So yeah, every day I come on here, we talk about something or another, or we just kind of catch up with what's happening, I see what's going on with you guys, what's going on with me. But today's Wednesday and it's must watch Wednesday. I did say a couple weeks ago that I'll come on here and just talk a little bit about the Trevor Noah interview on Diary of a CEO. I know technically I'm supposed to, be talking about something that we watched on TV or whatever, but YouTube is on TV too. So we're casting the net wider just to make it a bit more fun and a bit easier to just come on here and have a chat about something. Let's not restrict ourselves to just TV shows. But from next week, I think I'll pop on, not I think, I'll definitely have to come on in the evening um because the ultimatum is coming. I think, yeah, it's dropping on Wednesday, so I'll watch it during. I was gonna say I'll watch it during the day, but I've actually got something to do the whole day. But I'll watch what I can when I can. But I'll be on Wednesday evening next week to talk about the ultimatum, the first maybe a couple episodes or so. But Today, we're talking about this interview that I really enjoyed watching, and then I share the affirmation. And I'll try not to dwell on the points too much. Like I'll try and keep this to 30 minutes if I can. So yeah, I see like the screen is moving a bit. So let me see if there's something on there. Welcome to my live, by the way. It's a bit dark today. It's such a dull day. Like it's so dull, but what do I expect when it's winter, right? It's just literally so dark in here. Like I'm having to actually feel around and it's my house and I know where everything is. But yeah, we bring the sunshine ourselves, okay? The sunshine is in us. Okay, let me actually see. Is there something in the chat? Oh, oops. Accidentally. Just so I let you guys know, I am visually impaired, and this is what I'm looking at when I'm looking at my phone, just to read what is on the phone. So that's what I'm looking at. So it will take me a minute to work through the chats, but the comments, the chat, like one singular, the chat, and then the comments plural. But yeah, definitely say hi. I love connecting with you guys, and then I'll just be checking in on them every now and then. So yeah, back to what I was doing. Jensen says, what's up? Hey, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? How's your day been? I hope you've got better weather than we have. When you come in, please like the live. Please like the live when you come in. It would really help me out a lot. Moisina put a bunch of X's. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. So Yash says, Yash Art Channel says, hello sister. Hello, how are you? How are you? Thank you for joining the live. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna begin, and then someone said, Moisina wrote loads of X's again. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to begin and start talking about, we are talking about Trevor Noah's interview on Diary of a CEO, which was, do you know what? I'm not sure when it was aired, and let's just not go back there to look for it. But I've got some notes, just a couple notes from it, not too many. And I'll try not to get sidetracked and distracted like I tend to. So I first came across a clip from the interview on Instagram because I think there was a, maybe it might have been an official clip from the section where he talked about ADHD management and how it intersects with mental health and that sort of thing. So that's when I first came across the clip, but I didn't know where it was from because it didn't show Stephen Bartlett's side, like it didn't show him on the screen, like it didn't say it was him on there, so I didn't know where it came from. But I randomly came across it again. I was like, oh, well, not randomly on YouTube because I do actually, I'm subscribed. But so yeah, so I watched the whole thing and I actually watched it twice. Or listened, like I just put it on in the background and listen. I don't actually watch. But so yeah, it actually got a good 5.5 million views. So that just goes to show how much value a lot of people got from it as well. Like it wasn't your typical, like it's too conversationalist in caps. They said conversation and they just went on. So it was really, really good. Like honestly, I'd totally recommend you go and watch it. I'll put the link in my description, but just Diary of a CEO, just go and find the Trevor Noah one. Like I think everyone, pretty much everyone in the whole world would know that podcast. um, so yeah, I'm gonna start with the first point. So it's three things I've learned from the interview on from Trevor Noah's interview on Diary of a CEO. And the first thing, well, three key takeaways rather, not necessarily things I've learned, but my key takeaways. There's so many, by the way, because he talked about childhood trauma, he talked about or lack thereof, he talked about mental health, he talked about therapy, he talked about friendships, he talked about career, like so many things. Gender pay gap, just literally everything. That's what I was saying. Two professional conversationalists, when they sit down, they can cover a whole lot in a short space of time. So yeah. Um, so the first, I guess I've just picked up a couple things because I'm not going to sit here and talk for too long, but it was the purpose of purpose and perception is everything. I think, mm, here comes a cough again. I'm just recovering from a cold. Like the weather is so horrible. Maybe it's not the weather. Maybe it's like just flu season, actually. I don't know. But yeah, I'm recovering. We're on the mend. So the purpose of purpose and what was the other thing? And how perception is everything. So he talked a lot about how important it is to have purpose with basically in life or with everything that you do, and how people find purpose in the smallest things. So I don't think I'll dig too far into that because, hang on just a second. Yeah, because I know I'll be talking about it again in a little bit, with the bonus point, as it were. So, and I've got some clips to play for you as well. So, the thing I would say I want to talk about more than the purpose is the how perception is everything. Some people, like all of us, really go through things and we focus. We're like, oh, this bad thing that happened to me is why is why I'm like this, or is why things are going like this now, or is why I think like this. And it's not always the case because a few times, like Stephen Bartlett asked him, oh, because he grew up in apartheid South Africa. I mean, he was born in, and I think it ended when he was still quite young. But he'd been asked a few times, how was it growing up in that situation, not being able to, your mom not being able to be your mom and your dad not being able to be your mom because he's biracial, blah, 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 that sort of thing. And he was like, I was actually very lucky because even though I wasn't able to live with my dad, I still saw him. Even though I wasn't able to go out and about with my mom, as with her being my actual mom, I was still able to go out with them. I knew people, like it's not just me that these things were happening to, it was the whole a whole population. He was just basically saying how how some people's fathers, like at least he could see his dad, some people's dads were in exile, that sort of thing. Like it was, I guess he was, in a way, he was saying it could be worse, but without saying it could be worse. So like perception really is everything, and I would apply that to me and um, many things in my life actually. But I'll stick to my vision impairment. I have 5% eyesight left in one eye, and I've got nothing in one of my eye. My right eye has got nothing. This eye, I can't see anything at all out of it. But it's been like that my whole life anyway. So did it stop me from getting on my BMX bike and riding and doing all these not mountain bike, BMX bike tricks? And all I remember is I just wasn't comfortable with the mountain bike because the position didn't feel very secure. But a BMX, give the girl a BMX and I was off. I was doing wheelies, doing that thing, when you ride with one side, like you're not actually on the bike, you're not actually pedaling. Like I did so many things. I, went out the compound and rode my bike around the neighborhood. I did everything, right, that I could do. And technically, technically it was like you're not really supposed to do that because you can't see and you've only got the one eye left. And what if you fall and the one eye gets completely I don't know, what's the word, obliterated, and then that's it. And I'm like, okay, and then then I just live like that. It's fine. Like, but I'm not going to not live my life because of my eye condition, of my health condition, or anything like that. So the same thing with now. Like, even though my eyesight has declined as time has gone by, for me again, perception is everything. I could wake up in the morning and be like, oh no, I can't see anything. I can't go places by myself. I can't do this. I can't do that. Or I can be like, you know what? I'm so lucky. I've got children. I've got my lovely children that love me and I love very much. I've got my family. I've got my friends. I've got this wonderful home I'm in. Look at my bed. It's a bed and I can sleep in it. Do you know what I mean? There's so many things that I could actually be grateful for. I can my ears, I can hear really really well because I'm well connected to my ears because I don't use my eyes as much. That sort of thing. So like perception really is everything, and that's something I definitely key takeaway from that interview. I'm just gonna check. It looks like the chat is moving. I'm just gonna check in before going on to the next point. Haha. Okay. Um, Hi Raphael. You're still pregnant? Okay. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for babies to come through. Please like the live when you join. Okay. Oops. Have to try and keep on track otherwise. Okay. Thanks for joining, guys. Please like the live and share it, and some reactions. It would really, really help me out. Thank you, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my points. Um yeah, so point number 2 is understanding your disability is a superpower, or it can be a superpower. And I think I had a clip about it. I just need to like double check if I still have the clip. Let's see. I think I had a clip about it. Hang on. So yeah, basically it's just about understanding your disability and how, or your health condition, and how it affects you, or how you can maximize on life even and live with it, how you can manage it, and how that's really, really, really important. And it can literally be the difference between you achieving your full potential and you just not being able to do anything at all. So I'm just gonna try and locate it. I can't even remember how to find clips. I made clips, just can't remember how to find it. Okay, here we are. Okay, so here's understanding your disability. Here it is.
Sit down, multiple visits, you do different types of tests, multimodal tests, and you go through it all. And then I learned about my ADHD, and I think that's another thing I'm a little worried about now in society. It's just like when we talk about therapy and AI and everything, we flatten these words. And so what then starts to happen is now I meet people everywhere. Everyone's got like, I've got ADHD, I've got ADHD, I can't watch a movie for more than 10 minutes. I've got ADHD. I lost my keys. Yeah, and it's like, no, you can be forgetful and not have ADHD. You can have a short attention span and not have ADHD. You can be many things and not have ADHD, right? But even when you have ADHD, you don't all have the same ADHD. You know, some people are inattentive, some people are hyperactive, some people have learned coping mechanisms, some people haven't. In women and men, it presents differently at times. So I think we must also be careful. You know, like now it's just become like, yeah. And then like on
Okay.
TikTok, hey, how did you quiz? You know, the one where you sit down,
So,
multiple visits, you do different
there's
types of
that
tests,
clip.
multimodal tests, and you go through it all.
There's that clip, and then there's another one, if I can find it, on understanding your disability and how this can really open up
You're the
the
first
way for you.
person I've interviewed. I've heard about this before, but you're the first person that I've spoken to who has said that their depression was linked to their ADHD.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me the link and how that sort of manifests?
So I didn't understand it, but you know, as I understand ADHD now, what fundamentally happened in my brain, and I guess it'll happen to some people as well, is I would have an inability to choose where to place my focus.
Hang on. Hang on. So, yeah, I think, hang on, let me see.
You know, and I think the way you see life is literally like a lens. I shouldn't have done that with my hands in the video. That's gonna
Here
be
it
We
is.
can Photoshop.
yeah, just they're gonna meme that. But anyway, like I think of a lens, right? And what you're doing with a lens all the time when you're getting focused and when you're zooming is you're trying to place your focus on the object that you're trying to place it on. If you zoom out too wide, you can't see the object. If you zoom in too much, you also can't see the object. You've got to find the right zoom so that you know, okay, we're now looking at a cup. If you zoom in too much, you just go like, I'm looking at silver, I'm looking at a color. You zoom out too much, you can't even see that we're in this room. You know, I'm looking at people, be like, no, there's a cup, oh, I didn't see it. And so what was happening in my brain was I would get
That's my alarm.
stuck
Need to be
in a
switching them
zoom
off.
and I would just loop. So sometimes it would be me going, that was an interesting day at work. I go to work tomorrow. Then I go to work the next day. Then the next day. And then the next day. Then there's a weekend. You know, and I think the way you see life is
So, like, in his I guess his experience or what he's lived with is ADHD, right? So for me, I would apply that, like understanding your disability and how it works and how it affects you in x amount of different ways and how you're different from other people as well who may have the same condition. For me, it's my sight loss or my vision impairment, and I feel like I've got lipstick on my teeth. And generally knowing how I'm different or how I experience it might be different from how other people experience it, and that has been really, 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 really important when I eventually figured it out. And honestly, I wish I figured it out like a lot earlier in my life. I think with disability, sometimes it tends to be painted with one brush. Like if you have this condition, so then you're expected to have this or to be like this, and so on and so forth. So when you discover, you as a person living with a disability, when you discover for yourself what it means for you and how you can make things work for you, through how you can manage it basically, and how you can make things work for you so you can be you can reach your full potential, you can be a happy person, you can just get through the day. Even sometimes, like, it's that simple. Sometimes we just get through the day. It's really important just getting to that point. But yeah, so that's the second point. Just understanding your disability is like the key to unlock so many possibilities and so many doors and so many ways for you to be. And I'd say for me, for me, obviously. So because I have a disability. So yeah. Um, let's see. Point number 3 would be know when to move on. So in his in his interview, he obviously left I think, what was he doing, the Daily Show, I think that's what it's called. And it was literally like, even I was shocked. I was like, what? Why is he leaving? What happened? Like, you'd think there's this big, huge scandal or something that happened, but no, he's like, no, I just felt like moving on. Like, I just felt like I'd done enough of that. And it was time for me to go and do something else. And like, I think sometimes it's so important to be able to recognize that that side of things. Like sometimes we just keep going and going and going and going at something, and we don't really we let it consume us. We let it be the thing that we do our whole life, our whole time, our whole existence becomes something that is around this one thing or these two things or this, I don't know, way of life. And when you realize it's time to move on, when you I don't know, like branch out, when you open up your mind and think, I don't have to do this forever, I can actually branch out and do this, and it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be okay. That sort of thing. I don't know why I'm laughing, but yeah, basically, branch out, is gonna be fine. You can, when something has even if it's going well, there's also yourself to consider, your own, how are you feeling, are you happy when you wake up every morning, are you excited, are you tired, that sort of thing. So think about that. I think I can find a clip. Here it is. I called it Live Your Best Life. Okay.
Like you don't realize that you've stopped sort of like running, jumping, smiling, screaming. You've stopped being everything you can be, and you've started existing as one version of yourself.
Mm, mm.
And sometimes just having the idea of just like, you know what I mean, take all your clothes off and run through the streets screaming, and what would you say and who would you say it to and why would you say it? You'd be shocked at how that gives you an inkling of what you're not doing for yourself. Some people, and I know I had this, is like you feel
Yeah.
like you don't
So,
realize that you
hang on.
stop whatever. It's very, very random. Oftentimes I've just learned sometimes it's fatigue. I've learned rules now for myself and for anyone out there, really, especially if you have ADHD. Before you go through anything or before you think about anything like intently and intensely when you're struggling, ask yourself a few simple questions. Have you slept?
Hmm.
Have you eaten well? Like, have you eaten good food? Have you moved your body? And have you spent a little time breathing? If you answer yes to all of those questions, you can continue to pontificate about the meaning of life and everything that you're going through. If you have not, just fulfill all of them and then see if you're still feeling the same on the other side. And you'll be shocked how oftentimes you aren't. So the one thing that would happen to me, this is so ridiculous, I know. Sometimes when I'd be in that place, I'd feel a little hopeless, right? And I would think to myself, I hate this. This sucks. I don't know what I want to do with whatever. It's very, very random.
There is a clip I'm looking
Have you ever
for.
overcome these things?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
There
I
is a
really don't
clip I'm
know. Because
looking for.
it's strange because I don't know what that means or doesn't mean. Does it mean
Here it is. Here it is. Here it
what's
is.
more important to you?
Mm.
The ratings and the success of this show and this idea, or the ratings and the success of your friendships and your relationships? And I do think in life you have to let go of something old to grab onto something new. And that was a decision for me, that because I can't be in two places at once, and the Daily Show is all consuming. You cannot be, sort of part-time in it as an idea. In fact, John and I joke now, but now he gets to do it weekly. And I think, if anything, he'd never go back to doing it daily because he knows how all-consuming it can be. Like, I didn't just do the Daily Show when I was there. I would do the Daily Show when I was there, and then I would
This
leave.
part.
And I would read the news, and I'd keep up with the news, and I'd try and keep up with all the news. And I'm reading The Guardian, and I'm reading BBC, and then I'm reading like right-wing sites. I'm reading Breitbart, and I'm reading what's on conservative media, and then I'm reading The Telegraph and The Economist, and that's all I'm doing, consuming. What's more important?
So that is what I was looking for, and that goes with my, I guess, bonus point or talking point, which is just how much information that we take in. Um, I think, when we're stuck in like the rat race and just how much information we're taking in, and you're like on that, you're always just on that path, like you want to keep up, you want to keep going, keep going, keep going, and you want to get to the top of your game, and so on and so forth. Like, this is partially one of the reasons that I never really kept up with my channel, with this channel, really. I always felt the need to to keep up, to make all my content like exactly perfect or how everyone else was doing it. And then if there was something that needed to be addressed, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do it, but I can't do it as quickly as other people because I don't have a team and it's just me. And I'm visually impaired and I can't make it the way it needs to be made, and so on and so forth. So I'd told myself all these things and I just ended up um not doing anything at all. So I thought, I'm just going to show up here every single day for 100 days and just be myself, talk about whatever's on my mind. And yeah. So here we are, we're on day 25. And like, I think when you have that sort of shift, um, when you think like what's more important, is it that I make like perfect, picture perfect, I don't know, perfectly curated image. Sorry, just a second. Okay. um perfectly curated videos and scripts and all that, and I put out maybe 2 videos per year because I have so many other things that I do? Or is it more important that I come on here and I connect with the people that are in my community, and connect with even more people, and share the information that I have, and we learn about each other and learn from each other? Is that what's more important? And to me, that's exactly why I started this YouTube, and that's why I started this platform, and that's why I started my Instagram, my TikTok, and just all of my social media. That's actually why, was to connect with people, because I was feeling a bit isolated. I wasn't able to find other people like me. And so when I put myself out there, people like me came to me, and other people who could relate to people like me came to me, and other people who new people like me came to me, and other people who just wanted to connect with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, being alone and just being secluded, living my life like this, head down, head down, get things done, finish the day, and come back, is not how I wanted to live life. And it's not why I started this platform. I started it to share my life and to open up minds for those who maybe might not have not been in touch with any, have not been in touch, what's the word? In contact, or have never known anyone who lives with a disability, anyone like me in general, who's just a regular person, just maybe, Stevie Wonder, who is amazing. But then what about regular me, or regular me and other people like me? Do you know what I mean? So just having that platform to share my life every day as a mom, as a person who loves fashion and makeup and beauty and all that stuff, as a person who loves watching TV and talking about it, as a person who loves random discussions about, I don't know, psychological theories, just being myself basically. And I come on here and yeah, so I'm just so happy to have managed to get to this 25 days. And I'm so thankful and grateful. I was going to combine thankful and grateful, so it's going to be thankful. Yeah. To all of you who have joined the journey so far, and like, please like this live, share it, share this journey as well, let people know this, share this channel all together. Let's all, what's that word, converge? Yes, converge here every day. Okay, every day I'm here for 100 days, so we're here until February, so we have 75 days left. Whoo, nearly got the wrong number there, nearly got the wrong math there. Sometimes the math, most of the time over here, the math just does not math, especially once I switch on the camera. It's like, let's do a live, no maths. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly do the affirmation. Oh, okay, wait, there's something in the chat, hang on. Hi Sarah from Ghana. Hi, how are you? Ghana. I don't know how. Okay. Hi Sarah from Accra. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for coming onto my channel. I hope you have subscribed and joined the journey for the next 75 days. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and read the affirmation of the day. If I can find it. I have lost it. Oh no, I have lost the affirmation of the day. Um, what? What on earth? Okay, there we go. So the affirmation of the day today sort of ties in with what I was talking about, which is I release the past and trust that everything is happening for my greatest good. I release the past and trust that everything is happening for my greatest good. Yeah, again, I usually say something, but today as well as yesterday, I'm gonna let that one sit. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining today's live. I am going to make my way out now. I'm just gonna play the the music, cue the music, and then I'm gonna leave now. And thank you so much for joining the live. I hope you, oh yeah, no, actually, I just said, yeah, I'll be watching The Ultimatum. We're talking about The Ultimatum next week, Wednesday, but I'm on here every single day. I'll be back here tomorrow. I'm back on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way until February. If you're doing Thanksgiving, enjoy. I'll say that tomorrow, actually, because I believe Thanksgiving is tomorrow. I'm going to have to double check. But yeah, this has been lovely. And yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place today. I am all over the place today. Okay. Up and leave. Take a lot of courage just to live out your dreams. Bigger picture I can see if I just close my eyes. Have the foresight to believe. Oh, time don't move backwards, it speeds to the future. I've just seen a comment because I zoomed in on this thing. It says, Jocelyn said, I love listening to your live. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you join tomorrow and keep coming on. Thank you. And share with other people as well. Thank you. I really appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, I am going to go now. Thanks. Bye, guys.